All right, we're back on the KG show. This is episode 4, and today I have a very special guest from right here in Grand Rapids, the WBO, NABO lightweight champion, JJ Pagan. He's 16-0, and he just come off his second title defense recently on June 14th at 20 Monroe against Rodolfo Bustamante. JJ, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Good. How are you, Cal?
Good, man. It's good to have you here. I know I reached out to you and you were kind of, you were excited to do this. And I was surprised by that because it's early on, it's early days. So I really appreciate you being here. That means a lot.
I appreciate you having me.
All right, man. So JJ, you've fought twice in Grand Rapids now since February. And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you is you're kind of one of the guys that's helping bring back professional boxing to Grand Rapids. Yeah. I think prior to your fight in February at 20 Monroe, professional boxing had not been around since I think it was 10 years or so. How does it feel to be bringing back pro boxing to Grand Rapids?
It feels great. It's surreal, honestly. I've been boxing for half my life now, coming up in the Grand Rapids amateur boxing circuit. I always dreamed of fighting as a pro back home in front of all my friends and family, people I grew up with, so it's an honor to bring it back, and I'm just glad to be putting Grand Rapids on the map.
Did it feel different walking out in front of like your hometown crowd these last two fights?
Yeah, especially the first time. I got pretty choked up on the way inside the ring. In one of the pictures, you can see like my eyes are watery and stuff. It's just a real surreal moment. It was one of the best moments of my career thus far. Just seeing everybody that I've grown up around, and they watched me coming up in the boxing. Just very emotional moment, but felt amazing. Second fight felt amazing as well. Just as emotional as the first time.
I don't know if people have seen it, but you had that really awesome Michael Jackson themed walkout on this recent fight. And before that, though, you had it was like the Puerto Rican dancers and the flags all came out. Yeah. Was that pretty important to you to have that part of like your cultural heritage involved in the fight?
Yeah, absolutely. I have had 2 fights in Puerto Rico, so just thought I'd bring the Puerto Rican heritage to Grand Rapids. Show everybody that my love for my bloodline. What
is the best part about fighting in your hometown?
I'd say the best part is just all the support that comes out for you. Just seeing everybody that you love is there to watch you fight. All your family, that's really the best part.
Does that add pressure, or does that kind of help settle you in?
It adds pressure, but it's like a good pressure. You want to be at your very best to perform in front of your people, so it puts a good amount of pressure on me. Mm-hmm. I feel like I thrive under pressure. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like my best attribute about myself. The more pressure, the better.
So we talked about the good parts of fighting at home. Are there any difficult parts? What's the hardest part about fighting in your hometown?
There's a lot people wanting tickets last second. It can be a big hassle. My dad helps me, thank God. He helps me with ticket sales and just getting tickets to everybody, but other than that, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing fighting at home, and especially after the fight, you get to just go home right after, you don't have to get on a plane and fly somewhere,
Do you feel any responsibility to kind of help build the boxing scene here in Grand Rapids?
I wouldn't say a responsibility. I'd just say, I guess it is a responsibility. You are part of it because my promoter, Dimitri Salita, he's the one putting on the shows, and I'm representing the promotion, so I do have to keep winning and putting on shows, putting on a good show for the crowd, so I do feel a little bit of responsibility with that.
So June 14th, you had your second title defense, and it was against Rodolfo Bustamante. I guess I wanted to talk to you about that fight a little bit and just kind of understand what was the game plan coming in.
Well, we knew coming in that he's a pretty good boxer and also he's good at applying pressure. He has a good jab. So I feel like our game plan going in was establish our jab, establish our dominance early on, apply pressure to him because I feel like he doesn't do good under pressure. So that's what we came in to do. We went to Florida for this camp and sparred a lot of aggressive guys, and we worked on applying pressure early on and establishing that just that dominance in the ring. So
Did it play out the way you expected it to?
Oh yeah, for sure. It exactly how I envisioned it. Would have been nice to get him out of there, and there's a couple things I could have done more, like go to the body. I realized I hurt him a couple times to the body, but it went exactly how I visioned it.
Yeah. Did he show you anything that you didn't expect?
Yeah, I mean, first 2 rounds he landed some good right hands. He's pretty tricky with it, honestly. It's the way he moves and stuff. But after that, I feel like I settled in and I really just took control from that point on.
At what point did you feel like you were fully in control?
Round 3.
Round 3?
Yeah, round 3 was when I was like, okay, I got him. I started putting more pressure on him and landing combinations. I could just tell he started retreating, and I was like, okay, I got this under control now.
That's great, man. And it was a really successful fight. I mean, I've really kind of felt like you had it the whole time. And I'm trying to remember what the scorecard was. Do you remember?
I think 90. Well, I think one of them was 100 to 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty convincing win.
Yeah. I'd give him 1 or 2 rounds though. Yeah.
How are you feeling coming off the win?
I felt amazing. I feel like I was in much better shape than I was in February when I fought Jimenez in the later rounds. Like I felt explosive. I carried that explosiveness into the later rounds.
You're carrying a belt now, and you've defended it twice. How has that changed your mindset, if at all?
It's changed it in a way where it motivates me. It's I got to work harder. There's more work to be done. It's a belt, but it's not a world championship belt. You know, that's the big goal right there, getting the world championship belt. So me and my dad and my team are just working harder each and every fight and working on our mistakes from the last fight. I'm already back in the gym training, so yeah, I just want to get better and just get that championship.
Yeah. Do you feel more pressure or more confidence though as you kind of continue to work towards that world championship?
I'd say both. I wouldn't say, like I said, bad pressure. It's not bad pressure. It's good pressure. I feel like I said, I thrive under pressure. So
Yeah.
it gives me a lot of confidence too, because it shows me that I am where I need to be. Like I'm at a good spot, a good position. So I'm just gonna keep working and get better.
Is there anything like specifically that you're working on right now in camp?
Just a couple of our defensive mistakes that we made in the last fight. I got hit with some shots that I shouldn't have got hit with. I feel like that's every fight though. Every fight you're gonna realize something defensively that you need to work on. So that's definitely one of the things. I feel like learning how to finish finish a fight. I feel like I could have gone to the body more. I had a couple opportunities where I had him hurt. If I would have just went to the body a little bit more, he would have gone down, or possibly fight could have been stopped.
So kind of seeking that finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a part of your game that you think gets overlooked?
My power.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people overlook my power. They see my record, 16-0 with 5 knockouts. They don't think I have a lot of power, but I feel like once they get in the ring, they feel something, because they're not just like trying to. I mean, at first they're trying to, knock me out and get me out of there, but I think after they realize they can't and they feel my pop, then they retreat a little bit.
What kind of discipline does it take to stay locked in when things outside the ring kind of start to get bigger for you as well?
It takes a lot of discipline. Just like things like media obligations and stuff like that. It can, especially when I'm like cutting weight for the fight, like it can get like annoying at times, I know a lot of fighters can relate to that. It gets annoying, but I just try to stay focused. I just take it one day at a time and just get myself mentally prepared, for all of that.
Yeah, that was something I was talking about with Ulysses, and he kind of talked about in the last episode how he just has so much stuff that he's trying to take care of on top of cutting weight and getting ready for the fight. I imagine that has to be a lot for you guys early on in your careers, right? Does that get easier? Does like your team start to take on more of those roles? At what point does that become something that you're no longer dealing with?
I feel like my team has been helping me pretty good. My dad especially. I gotta give them a lot of credit, because if it wasn't for them, I feel like I'd be struggling.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I'll just be honest. My dad helps me a lot with a lot of the media stuff and getting things set up for me. So I'm very grateful for that. I just think we all work great as a team together to just be more organized, you know? So that keeps me less distracted and keeps me, you know, more focused during camp.
Yeah, obviously your dad plays a big role. He's your head coach. And has it always been that way? Has he always kind of been your head coach coming up?
Oh yeah, since the very, very beginning.
Yeah. How important is that to have him as in your corner as part of your team?
It's very important. Hearing his voice in my corner, it wakes me up. You know, like if I'm having a bad day in sparring or just like a bad round, just hearing his voice, hearing his guidance, it helps me a lot. So him being in my corner is it's the best for me.
How do you balance focusing on training camps and, you know, your craft while also kind of maintaining those promotional responsibilities like you were talking about?
I take it one step at a time, one thing at a time. I'm really not the most organized person.
No?
You know? Yeah, I need to get a calendar or something to start writing stuff down. But like I said, my team helps me stay more organized. You know, my fiance is very organized too, so she helps me as well. So just having a good team around you, a good support system, you know, that helps get you through it.
So who are you when you are not in camp and not in fight mode?
I'm a gamer. I'm a eater. I love food. I love traveling, trying different food spots, you know. I'm always staying active, physically active, working out still, even on the off season, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm pretty boring, I'd say. You know,
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, we were just talking about you're really excited for GTA to come out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my most anticipated game of all time right now. So
you said Red Dead Redemption was your second favorite, right?
that's my first favorite game of all time. I haven't been this excited about a game since Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, I'm ready. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have the whole setup ready.
Yeah,
something like this. You know, it'd be nice.
Get like a projector screen or something.
Yeah,
that'd be sweet. That'd be really sweet. Is there going to be a GTA themed walkout similar to your Red Dead one?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, after the game comes out, probably that next fight will be something like that. You know.
How do you decide on your walkouts?
It just depends on what I'm listening to during my camp. You know, like if I really like a song, I'm like, okay, this is the one. Or like with my uniforms, just whatever I'm inspired by at the time. The Michael movie came out, so my last fight I had to do Michael Jackson, and that just inspired me to be more creative with my outfits because Michael Jackson was very creative with his styles, you know. So that made him stand out too. So I was like, okay, I got to be a little bit more creative too. I gotta come up with some more flashy things, you know.
For sure, I think that was a really good one, man.
Yeah,
that was definitely a really good one. What or who keeps you grounded outside of boxing?
Well, my dad, my fiance, God definitely keeps me grounded. My whole family does. My whole family keeps me grounded. When I'm around them, you know, like I'm not Joshua Double J Pagan. I'm JJ. You know, I'm their brother. I'm their fiance. I'm their son. You know, like yeah. I keep myself grounded too. Like it's about being humble. At the end of the day, that's what my dad has instilled in me throughout my life, and that's something that I always be humble.
You've always seemed that way to me. Like I've worked with you a couple times, and anytime I see you at the gym or at events, like that just kind of your presence is that way. Like you seem like a very humble person. Yeah. And you kind of mentioned with your family, you're JJ, right?
Yeah.
Is it hard to kind of make that switch on and off between those two? Not
at all. I mean, I'm me wherever I go. Like I'm always humble. I'm always just I'm myself, you know. So I wouldn't say there's a switch because I'm just me.
Is there anything that is driving you right now? Is it like proving people wrong, or obviously we're chasing that world championship? Is there anything specific that you feel is kind of like a motivating factor for you?
My whole life, my whole career has been based off of proving people wrong. Like it's not like proving any particular person wrong or anything. It's like, you know how Michael Jordan, he takes things personally. That's how I am. That drives me. I mean, I remember things that people said years ago, and I still use that to this day to like motivate me and keep me going, you know. And I see stuff online, just comments on my fight, and I use that to motivate me too. You know, I had an opportunity presented to me to fight Abdullah Mason for the championship on July 4th. We didn't take the fight. The money was good, but just the circumstances weren't the best. I feel like when the time is right, I'll be ready for that fight 100%. Like, it was after my last fight. So like if they were to offer me that fight 2 weeks before, like when I'm deep in camp, then I would have took it 100%. But
You're knocking on the door though.
yes.
That's got to feel good.
Yes, that feels great. Just knowing that they're reaching out to fight me, you know, that's it's very motivating. It's very inspiring. It makes me want to be the best that I can be. You know, it makes me want to get up and train harder.
If someone has never watched a JJ Pagan fight, how would you describe your style in one sentence? Or multiple sentences?
Chameleon.
Yeah?
I adjust to the circumstance. I adjust to my opponent's style. You can always expect a great fight because that's what I prepare for. I always prepare to give my all in the ring. Like I said, I'm somebody that adjusts while in the ring. So if somebody wants to be aggressive and like brawl with me, I will. Or if somebody wants to box, I will box too. You know, so just adjusting while I'm in there.
Yeah, that was something. I think I mentioned that to you after the first time I got to see you fight. It was like the timing took me a second because, like, as a photographer, like I'm kind of anticipating when like the movement's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it took me like a round or so to get settled in and kind of catch where your timing and your rhythm was. And I thought that was really interesting. I know I said something to you about that.
Yeah.
Another thing we talked about, and this wasn't even on like my sheet here of stuff I wanted to ask you, but we talked about this after your fight in February. I was pulling one of my classic all-nighters, staying up editing photos, trying to get them to you guys the next day. And you mentioned to me that after your fights, it's hard for you to kind of sleep. And I talked about that. I was like, that really is a very interesting thing to me. Like, what is it like after a fight?
Man, I'm not even. It's like so much adrenaline is going through you still. I'm not hungry. Like I don't have an appetite after my fight. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm up until probably the sun rises, watching my fight or just being up, reading all my comments and messages and everything, you know. You're just on such a high that you just can't sleep after that, you know.
How long do you think it's the next morning before you finally come down, or is that just exhaustion at that point?
Pretty much exhaustion. Yeah, you know, all the adrenaline comes down and you feel the soreness now. The soreness kicks in. Everything just kicks in after that.
And that's every time? Like
every time.
Do you go out and celebrate, or you just kind of keep it chill? Like, what is it like after?
These past two fights, we went out to eat after, and then we just go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like been a very interesting thing for me as I continue to be around more professional boxers. Mm-hmm. That's something that's still relatively new for me. You get this idea by watching TV and everything, right? That you're going out and you're going to the club and you're doing all this stuff. Almost no boxer that I've met does that.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty chill. Even MMA fighters that I've worked with before, like, it's pretty chill. They just want to go home. They'll go to the hotel, whatever, and just kind of chill out. And I think that's super interesting. Do you know any guys that like are infamous that like to go out and party or anything like that?
Not from Grand Rapids, but I know there's guys. Some of the top guys, I'm pretty sure, are like that. They're a whole nother animal for that. I don't see how they do it, honestly. Like I just want to go home and decompress and just relax, you know.
Do you analyze the fight quite a bit? You said you watch it a lot, so you're trying to figure out like what's going on. Or what adjustments you can make? Yeah.
Honestly, I watch my fight like I've probably watched it a handful of times, maybe like 4 or 5 times since the fight. After that, I don't really watch anymore. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like to watch it over and over again. I'm like that with all my fights. I watch it a couple times and then I know what I need to work on, so I just take it back to the gym and we work on it. But yeah, I don't like to watch myself too much, you know.
Yeah, so that's tough, man. Like even myself, like I watch myself when I'm editing these podcasts, and it just gets old after a while. Like it's just like, man, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're getting near the end here, and I guess I wanted to give you a chance here. Like, so what's next for you?
Probably fighting again in September or October. Hopefully it's a eliminator or a world championship fight. So just patiently waiting, training, staying ready for whatever.
This is the same question that I ended the Ulysses Campos episode on. I thought it would be important to ask you the same question. Mm-hmm. If there's one piece of advice you could give to younger fighters out there, what would it be?
I say this all the time when I'm asked this question. Be consistent. Train as much as possible. Learn as much as possible. Be a sponge. Take in as much knowledge as you can from not just one coach, every coach. Everybody knows, everybody has something that you can learn from, you know? So take all the advice that you can. Be consistent in the gym, because there could be a lot of talented guys out there. And if you're consistent, you can pass them. If they're not, you know, if they're not working, you can pass them. You know, you can beat them. So stay consistent in the gym, stay working, and yeah, pretty much that's
awesome. Well, JJ, thank you for coming in today, man. Seriously, it means a lot, especially early on in this, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next for you. And yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. We'll see you next time.
All right.